Hi, I'm Linda Pumphrey, and I'm here at the original Sewing and Quilt Expo in Raleigh, North Carolina, and today is July 22nd, 2017. And I want to share the quilt behind me. It's called Hollywood, and it's one of the 14 quilts that was made for the Mountain Mist Quilt Favorites book put out by Fons & Porter in 2016. And that book was really just a labor of love. I've worked for Mountain Mist for almost 30 years now. I've had 2 careers with the company and the brand, and so this was a story I really felt, the quilts are rich in history, and it was a story I really felt needed to be shared, and I wanted to share it. This quilt, Hollywood, is my interpretation of a quilt pattern that was published by Mountain Mist in 1934 when Hollywood was really exploding. So I think that's how it got its name. On the original quilt, everywhere there's an octagon shape, there was a red star. And when I was reproducing this, I really wanted the background to show, because depending on the color variation that you put in the background, it's like a drunkard's path. You get a totally different pattern. So this is actually a pattern I would remake over and over and over. And even though it's a curve piecing pattern, it's a very gentle curve. So it's almost like sewing a straight seam. So it's very, very easy, and it looks much more complicated. And then the stars just add their little pop where you put the stars, or don't put the stars if you don't want to applique and do just a piece quilt. Like I said, it's one of the 14 quilts that I picked out for the book. And out of the 14 quilts, I made the top for 11 of them, and then I asked 3 of my friends to help me out. So it was a fun project to work on, and fun quilts. It was fun to go shopping through all the different fabric lines. That was probably the hardest thing, is picking out the colors. Do I make it? Mountain Mist came out with all on their patterns. They gave you the color choices that they recommended. So did I make it like the original Mountain Mist pattern, or did I use my own color sense? And some are both ways. This one is very true to the original pattern. They use the oranges and the darker oranges and the red for the stars, and then the gray for the background. So very true to the original pattern. On the patterns, they would give a little story about how the quilts, what they meant to them, a little marketing story. And Hollywood didn't come up with a lot of information as to why they picked that name. And so it's only a true guess as to why they named them, but several of the names were either traditional or original patterns, and this is one of the original patterns that they developed when they were putting out all their patterns in the 1930s and 1940s. Thank you for letting me share.